All right, how we doing, everybody? Matt Modi here with OddsJam, here to give you my favorite player props, NBA player props, I should say, for tonight. So recording this early Wednesday morning, November 23rd. We have a ton of NBA games. Not every team, but majority of the teams play today, mostly because none of them play tomorrow on Thanksgiving, which means we have a ton of opportunities to choose from. So let's find the best of the best. Let's lock in some player props. Of course, using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page to find these sharp, mathematically profitable betting opportunities. And we can get into it. So let me just refresh. Making sure that you have the most up-to-date odds is obviously very important. And this Miles Turner, is one that I absolutely loved. So the play is Miles Turner under 7.5 rebounds plus 125 at PointsBet. Insane value on this one. I would recommend putting a full unit on it. The math behind it, so OddsJam calculates the no vig odds on this to be at about plus 113. These odds pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world, so can be viewed as the true line of what a market should be priced at, the OddsJam perfect line, all that good stuff. And then look at the gap between PointsBet and all the other sports books. Caesars plus 104, Bet365 plus 105, and these last three are the most important. DraftKings, very sharp sportsbook when it comes to player props, plus 105. BetOnline, plus 100, and then Pinnacle has it all the way down at minus 110. So they have it for minus money, and we can get it at plus 125 on PointsBet. Awesome play here. All in all, equates to about a 5.5% profit margin. So for me, I would recommend putting a full unit on this one. 1 unit equals 1% of your bankroll. For me, that would be $100. And I've mentioned this in a couple of videos recently, but I kind of want to get away. I get a lot of questions about why would you take this bet if it's plus money? Doesn't that mean that it's not likely to hit? And the answer to your question is yes, that does mean it's unlikely to hit, but that doesn't mean that it should just be avoided. The whole goal of sports betting is not to maximize the amount of bets that you win. It's not to maximize your win percentage. If you were to do that, then you should just go to a random NFL game, take the Bills money line at minus 425, take the Cowboys money line at minus 400. Yeah, you'll win the majority of your bets if you do that. But guess what? You probably won't make money. If you go to the OddsJam odds converter calculator, you can convert odds into the probability that they hit, which also means the percent that you would need to hit your bet in order to break even. So if you're betting the Cowboys money line at minus 400, guess what? You need to win 80% of your bets just to break even. So you need to win more than 80% of your bets in order to profit from that interaction. That's just a fool's errand. It's almost impossible. The best sports bettors in the world maybe win 60% of your bets. Maybe. So if you're betting on a play that's plus 125 odds, guess what? You only need to win less than 45% in order to break even. You win your bet only 45% of the time. So you could lose this bet 55% of the time and you would still be profitable. And using OddsJam, using the no vig odds, you can calculate the win percentage of every single bet according to the OddsJam perfect line. And this one has it all the way close to 47% that this bet will hit. So if this game is played a gazillion times, we live in a simulation, this game is played a gazillion times, it'll hit roughly just under 47% of the time. Guess what? We only needed to hit 44.44% of the time in order to be profitable. So this remains a very, very valuable bet. This is a very valuable bet. So this is going to be the first one that I'm going to lock in here. Miles Turner under 7.5 rebounds, plus 125 odds. The next one that I liked, another rebounds prop on PointsBet, in this case, Jeremy Grant under 4.5 rebounds, minus 135 on OddsJam. So I know I just gave that whole spiel about why you shouldn't avoid bets that are plus money. You also shouldn't avoid bets that are minus 135, that are minus whatever, because at the end of the day, you're just trying to maximize the amount of money you can make. So this minus 135 bet, if we type it in here, yeah, you need to win 50% of your time, 50% of the time, 57.45, in order to break even. But guess what? According to the OddsJam no vig odds, which price this at exactly at minus 144.5, this bet's going to win just above 59% of the time. So again, we will be profitable from this interaction over the course of time according to these probabilities, according to math. And look at the gap between PointsBet and the rest of the sports books. Another mispriced line by PointsBet. The closest book is Bet Rivers, 20 cents lower at minus 155. We have DraftKings at minus 165, 30 cents higher. We have Bet Online at minus 167, 32 cents higher. And we have Pinnacle close to minus 180 at minus 177, almost, 30, that's 42 cents higher than the PointsBet line. Still an insane value. So I chose these two bets because A, they're good. I wasn't just choosing them for the sake of choosing them, but to show you that the odds are the most important thing, but it's all about the value of the bet. It's the odds that you're placing relative to the OddsJam perfect line. So yeah, a plus 125 bet could be a really good bet. So could a minus 135 one. You just need to look at the math. And this one right here, like a Brook Lopez under 1.5 made threes, this is okay. By the way, for this Jeremy Grant one, I'd recommend also putting 1 unit on this one. But this is the bet that I wanted to show you. This is one that I would not take. And the reason why, just compare the books. Again, Bet365 is at plus 160. DraftKings is at plus 150. Only 10 cents lower, still closer to the Bet365 line. As is Caesars at plus 139, closer to the Bet365 line. So yeah, this is a bet that I would probably recommend you maybe should stay away from. Now, obviously, every bet here on the positive EV page is going to be mathematically profitable. So there's no such thing as a bad bet. What you can do is do additional research looking into the markets to make sure that you're placing the best of the best. Like this Brook Lopez one, another plus money bet, plus 150, really good bet. Now, Bet Online is kind of in between the Pinnacle and DraftKings line, the Pinnacle line, and then DraftKings is also kind of in the middle, but plus 114 on Pinnacle, like 35 cents lower. Bet Online and DraftKings, plus 135, plus 131, 15 cents lower, 19 cents lower, still pretty good. Bet Rivers, plus 112, Caesars, FanDuel, PointsBet, plus 123, 24, 25, still a pretty decent amount lower than this Bet365 line. Now this is one, so I put a unit on this Miles Turner one. I put a unit on this Jeremy Grant one. Two really good plays. I would only put half a unit on this Brook Lopez one. I would only put $50 on this one. The plus 150 odds means that we would need to hit this bet 40% of the time to break even. According to the OddsJam perfect line, which prices this at about plus 141, plus 140 and a half, gives this bet about a 41.5% win percentage. So you're still losing this bet roughly 60% of the time, but guess what? As long as it hits 59% of the time, you'll be profitable. That's how it works. Or as long as it misses only 59% of the time, guess what? We'll be profitable. So this is my third NBA player prop, this Brook Lopez under 1.5 made threes. Brook Lopez has been incredible. I just love the value of this one. I was going to lock in that Jared Allen one, but the odds changed. This Darius Garland is another good one that I wanted to lock in, and this will be my fourth and final NBA player prop for today. Minus 102 odds on FanDuel. Darius Garland under 23.5 points. OddsJam perfect line prices this at about minus 106, minus 105.5. And compare the FanDuel line to the rest of the sports books. So plays like minus 102 that are kind of hovering around plus or minus 100. One thing that I really like to do is if you compare the rest of the betting markets, all of the important markets have the under as the more likely scenario. Pinnacle has the under at minus 133, the over at plus 101, heavily favoring the under. Bet Online, same thing, the under at minus 118, the over at minus 110, favoring the under. Same thing with DraftKings, the three most important sports books when it comes to player props. Favoring the under by a decent amount at minus 120 with the over at minus 110. Bet365, same thing. Caesars heavily favoring the under. So in situations like this, I love finding plays where you're getting roughly close to even money, like minus 102 odds on this one, for a play that all of the other sports books, except for, it looks like in this case, only Bet Rivers, think that the under is the more likely scenario. So this is a pretty good play. Darius Garland under 23.5 points as my third and final NBA player prop for tonight. So if you're tailing this, comment and let me know. Hopefully this video made sense. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. So please let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Comment and let me know. But that's it. So enjoy the NBA slate tonight. Remember to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching and have a good one.